Looking back on it now, why are you still here in Hollywood and what stories do you want to be involved in?
I think I can help it because I'm a storyteller, and what excites me is to explore different ideas. Recently, I'm obsessed with the idea of like second chances. Like imagine someone who's trying to reinvent himself, but the entire world is surprising you and not giving you that second chance. I'm very interested in this idea right now. So I can't help it, but because I don't know that's what gives me alive, makes me alive to explore different ideas. So as a writer, that's so exciting to me to wake up every day and be able to explore those ideas and ask those questions that most people don't get to ask, you know? I don't know, like exploring this idea of reinventing yourself and second chances. I also think about like our identity, and that's sort of related to what you're talking about. Like, I feel like Barney, there's so many different aspects of identity of me. Like I'm a writer, I'm a director, I'm a filmmaker. I'm also a brother. I'm a confidant. You know, I'm a best friend. So I feel like it's good to be able to explore different part of your identity and not focusing on one. Yeah. So, but right now, the reason I'm still here is because screenwriting, filmmaking, acting, it still excites me. The day that it stopped exciting me, then I want to be doing something. Then I'm gonna reinvent myself and do something else. But right now, I have the privilege to ask all these big questions and explore ideas that most people don't get to explore. So.
Is that something that bothers you or you question in that with films that are LGBTQ related, that it has to be only about orientation or sexual preference, whatever, instead of just being about the whole person? Like you're a dog dad, you know, you said earlier you had a dog, so that's another element of someone's identity. Is that something that ever bothers you? That it has to be only about that you can't show the person as multidimensional?
Well, there's a place for that. Again, we talked about earlier in the interview, I talked about pride. You need to have a pride. You need to be proud of who you are first before you can share other aspects of your life with other people. You have to become whole first before you can share the different dimensions of your life with other people. If you don't have that pride, if you're shameful of being gay, how can you be authentic with your different experiences? So you have to have that first. Once you have that, yes, then there's much more to your identity than just being a gay person. Yeah, I mean, I've been out for a long time now. I'm very comfortable with who I am. So I don't really focus on that much on that aspect of my life, even though it's core of who I am. I'm exploring different aspects of my life now too. Same thing with filmmaking too, like we talked about that. Yeah, you know, it excites me. So like it's part of my identity. It also gets very frustrating sometimes, but having a different part of your identity, a different part of your life, being a good father, being a good brother, being a good friend, that will help you deal with, you know, frustrations from your filmmaker identity, for example. So it's all, I strive to be well-rounded. I don't know if I answered that question.
Well, yeah. I just meant too in the context of storytelling, because you know you often hear about whether it's films about people of color, that it has to be only about ethnicity, when really it's people want to focus on the whole person, and then maybe some of the issues with certain types of films is that it's only focusing on one aspect of that person instead of showing the person as a whole. And I was just wondering what thoughts you had on that, whether. So it's not just about someone's sexual orientation, it's showing the person as a whole person.
But it's really not just that. It's not, I can't imagine a story that focuses only that. I mean, just for example, Baby Steps. Yes, it's about having a gay son, this mother who's shameful of that. But there's so many layers. It's about being an immigrant. It's about class conflict. It's about economic conflict. It's about interracial relationship. It's all that. So it's not just about that. Maybe one part of it is more prominent, dominant, but there's subordinate parts that are just as compelling as well. So I don't really, I don't think there's any project that's only about that. If it's only about that, then I don't think it's a good project. It doesn't resonate with anybody else. You know what I mean? And there's got to be different aspects of the process or the journey that resonates with other people. So yeah, I don't know anything I don't know any project that's solely about being gay.
Okay.
Or solely about being Asian American. There's other aspects too.
Right. Was there a certain project that stood out to you where you were like, I want to create work like that? I know you said with different artists, you don't necessarily just love everything they do across the board, but were there certain projects, whatever they were, whatever type of movie?
What is that movie? What is that movie with the African American mathematicians and the astronaut? I forgot the name of it.
Hidden Figures. Sorry, Hidden Figures. Yes.
When I saw that movie, I was like, oh my God, I love that movie. It's about being proud of who you are, and like you're telling stories of these three mathematicians, African American mathematicians that you don't even know about. You don't know about their stories. And then they're part of the American experience that contributed to the success of America despite discrimination. Stories like that, I really loved. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna write an Asian American version of that.
Of Hidden Figures?
Yeah.
Nice. Are you working on that now or no?
I'm working on that right now.
Oh, you are? Okay,
Yes.
Okay, all right, well,
Yes.
keep it under wraps.